Have you ever come across those random videos where they show frustrated employees on like security footage, and in their frustration, they're breaking things in the office or they're beating up their fellow team members? It's pretty obvious they hate their job. But does it ever get you wondering about how your people feel about their jobs and workplace, or what they actually think about you as a leader? Let me put it to you another way. Have you ever noticed that when you're announcing a holiday or there's a national holiday coming up, everyone is excited about the day off? Or have you been walking around the office on Monday morning and overhear people cracking jokes about the Monday blues? What does that mean they think about you? Listen, if you're a leader or an executive at any level within your company, keep your employees more engaged, get them excited about their work, or what you can do to have your employees take ownership in their roles so that you don't always have to be standing over them, and are looking to find some simple solutions that are going to skyrocket your employee productivity and get them to be completely engaged in the work that they do and actually want to stick around and be loyal to you and your company, this is the video for you. In the next 10 to 12 minutes, I'm going to show you 5 things that you can begin doing as soon as you're done watching this video that are going to help you build a crazy good high-performing team. Hey there, it's Jay Timms. I'm an organizational psychologist and a leadership expert. I've consulted with Fortune 500 companies, and I've guided thousands of executives and leaders to help them create the right environment in their workplace, where they're building teams that are motivated, committed, and, generating industry-leading results. I've been building teams like this for the last 35 plus years, and every time that I help leaders embed these 5 simple principles in their organizations, the results are always the same. Teams become more motivated, their companies end up quadrupling their profits compared to competitors who don't do this stuff, and things like turnover just drop like by 100%. I am always looking to make more content that you'll like and help you to get to the top 5% of the leaders in your industry. So if this is the kind of video that you're looking for, comment top 5% below and like this video so that I know, and I'll keep building these things for you. So let's get into the video. So this is the actual model that I use with real clients to help them build what we call the A team. An A team is a team that wakes up in the morning, they're crazy excited about what they're doing, they take ownership of their responsibilities, they're incredibly productive in what they do, and they create products and services that are just beyond amazing. And so, creating that A team as a leader, the reason that we want to build this is, first of all, we want more money, more time, and more freedom, a life outside of work that's going to let us actually enjoy what we're supposed to be doing with life. And the way to accomplish this is through 3 things. First of all, gaining clarity on who you want to bring into your organization and making sure you bring the right person in every single time into your organization. Once you have them in your organization, creating a vision for them, not only for them, but for the company as well, that will allow them to grow and develop and really become engaged into that system and process. But finally, having influence. Influence as a leader and influence as a company. So influence as a leader to really help those employees become the best version of themselves, but also influence as a company so that you create raving fans out of your customers. And there's really 9 we'll call them tools or systems to accomplish that. And these 9 systems all help you to build that A team. Now, I said to you that I'm going to talk to you about 5 of them, and I'm going to do this like just kind of skimming the surface on 5 of them because we're not going to have time to talk about all of them. And like I said, we're just going to skim over the top of those to give you an idea how this works, but give you enough information so that you can actually apply it in your organization right now. So let's get into this. Principle number 1 is characteristics. When I was growing up, my mom had this poster that she put up in our bathroom. And so that me and my 2 brothers, as we were sitting down, we had to look directly at this poster. And this poster was called 21 Suggestions for Success. Pretty good placement, huh? Number 1 on this entire list of 21 suggestions for success was marry the right person. 90% of your happiness or misery will come from this one decision. Now look, as somebody who married the wrong person, got divorced, and then married the right person, I can attest to you. If you do not choose someone with the right characteristics, it will create 90% of the problems that you face. You have to be really, really clear on the characteristics of the type of person that you want to bring into your organization. One of the easiest ways to do this is look at your team that you already have right now. And you need to do this for every single role, but pick a role. I don't care what that role is. Pick that role and then ask the question, who is it on our team that is already really good and is an A-team player for us in this particular role? Then list out what are the characteristics that they have. Go through and list out what this person has or these people have and use that as your basis for who you're going to bring into your organization. Remember, if you have a small list of qualifications, you will not get the type of person that you want that's going to help your organization be successful. The bigger the list, the better. Number 2 is map it out. You know, it makes absolutely no sense for you to get into a vehicle to go to a destination that you've never been to before without first mapping it out. The same thing is applicable to your organization. You know, you've hired the right people, so good for you. That's awesome. Fantastic. Now, how do you get them where they become that A-team, where they become really, really good at what they do? Well, there's really 3 levels of learning and process to get them from day 1 to that A-team level. And those 3 levels are, number 1, understand. You have to teach your people first what they need to understand just to survive, just to get through, just so that they can make sure that they're not screwing everything up. That's level number 1. Level number 2 is succeed. You want people to move from that area of they understand, now they're actually being successful in the role. And finally, going from succeeding all the way to excelling. This is where your good people sit. This is where your A-team sits, is at that excelling level. And so to get your person from understand all the way to excel as quickly as possible, you have to map out exactly what it's going to take for them to be successful at each of those levels. So you're not going to teach somebody the deep intricacies of, you know, how to do X, Y, and Z on day 1. You're going to let them settle into it before you give them that information. Take your time and plan specifically what you're going to teach people to help them become really, really good at what they do. Number 3 is really closely related to number 2. And number 3 is fill in the gaps. You know, every person that you bring into your organization is going to have different skill levels. They're going to have different abilities and different knowledge as to how to do things. And one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of companies do is that they try to fit the employee into the program rather than the program and the training into them. And that is a massive mistake, because what you're going to do is that if you are teaching people stuff that they already know or that they're already skilled at and already good at, you are A, wasting your time and money, B, wasting their time and their energy, and C, you're getting your people to disengage. The way to get people to really engage in the training process and want to learn and grow is understand their skill sets. And your job in building a training system is not to just, you know, open up the fire hose and have them try to take in as much water as possible. It's to figure out what they don't already know or the skills that they are lacking and focus on those things only. Because when you do that, like I said, you save time, you save money, and you really get your people engaged in the process. Number 4 is reality check. And reality check is not necessarily a reality check for your employees. It's actually a reality check more for you as a leader. When we have a bunch of people in front of us, a lot of times we make the mistake of thinking that what we see and what we feel and what we believe as a company, as a leader, is exactly what our employees think, feel, etc. So as a company, if you have company values, which you should, and if you don't, then you need to talk to me about that. If you have company values, what you have to recognize is that your employees, you're not going to be able to put these company values on the wall and have the employees go, wow, this is great, this is fantastic, this is exactly what I've been looking for, I feel so motivated. because that's not the way it works. Your employees have values already embedded in them, things that they believe about this world and about the workplace. Your job is to understand what's going on for them and understand their reality, not your reality, not the company's reality, but understand their reality. And when you have the ability to really, truly understand what your employees think, feel, and what they value, now what you can do is you can use that information to connect it to what they're doing on a daily basis. And when you connect that to what they're doing on a daily basis, I have to tell you that engagement just skyrockets. People look forward to coming to work when they know that what they're doing every single day is helping them fulfill something that they want to do, that they value. So number 4 is really about the reality check is get to know their reality. Number 5 goes back to what we were talking about before about planning, creating a plan. So you have to plan it out. What do I mean by that? There's a company named Lundbeck in Copenhagen that they asked a question to their employees and they said, if we could create a perfect day for you in your role as an employee, what would that look like? And they got all of the feedback. And what happened is that when they took in that feedback and started to implement some of that, what they saw was that productivity of their employees increased by 30% in 12 months. Just simply by asking the question, what would make your life easier? And then creating a plan around that. When you understand your employees, when you understand their values, when you do the things that you need to do to create this environment for your employees, create a plan to systematically do the things that your employees need and put those systems in place to remove the barriers for your employees so that they can find success every single day that they come into their workplace. Listen, we've just spent the past few minutes talking about the 5 things that are going to skyrocket your team's ability to get things done, become engaged in their job, and really create some amazing products and services to build the profitability of your organization. As you can imagine, there are so many things that can be done to become a leader of influence. You know, I was going through some of my old stuff the other day and I came across a picture of me when I got my first leadership job. I was 20 years old and I remember vividly what it was like to be a young leader. It was so frustrating because I had no idea what I was doing. You know, I was trying to figure out most of the stuff on my own and I felt like I was just banging my head on the wall all the time, trying to get employees to do their jobs and actually care about their work. Everyone kept talking about the secret to becoming a great leader. And I kept looking and looking for the secret. And I always felt like I was just one step away from becoming the type of leader that I wanted to become. Here's the problem. The one thing that I needed to take me beyond where I was different than everyone else's one thing. So I began a nearly 20-year process of trying to figure out what motivates people and drives them to become engaged. I'm going to be honest with you. Most of you who are watching this video will never be able to become the type of leader that you want to become because you're going to jump around looking for that secret formula. You want to know the secret? There isn't one. There's a system, but not a secret. Once I figured out the system, everything changed for me. My team started doing incredible things. I got promotion after promotion. My bank account skyrocketed, and I was able to help the people that I led to become the absolute best version of themselves. You know, the thousands of executives and leaders and managers that I've developed have gone on to become some of the most powerful leaders in their companies. Everything that I have learned over the last 35 years and the systems that I'm talking about, I've put into a newly updated program called the A-Team Accelarator. It's a laser-focused 12-week customized program that fits you and your needs where you're at as a leader. This has every template, every tool, every system, every piece of learning that I've used to do what I do and to help the leaders that I've developed. You get a lifetime access to the video lessons and the templates, the weekly group coaching calls, and access to a community of like-minded leaders who are all there to help you reach your goals and help you become the type of leader that you've always wanted to be. Listen, truth be told, you can spend decades to build this, expending all of the blood, sweat, and tears that I expended, or you can invest in 12 weeks that will literally change your life. If you are truly ready to become the leader that you've always wanted to be, let's just get on a short 15-minute call where we can see if this is something that's going to help you. If I don't think I can help, I will be honest with you and I'll let you know. And we can plan out the next right thing that you need to do to advance your career. There's only 9 seats that are left this round of the program, so book a call by clicking on the link that's in the description. You know, I hope this video was worth it. Please share this video with whoever you think needs it. And if you're looking to level up your leadership skills and become a truly impactful leader, subscribe to this channel. You'll gain insights and advice that you won't find anywhere else to help you grow in your career. We'll talk to you soon.